It's hard to believe that just a few weeks ago this pond was dust dry. We're now ready to harvest our crop of Jade Perch fry. We take the net to one end of the pond, and while all this is being done, the pond is draining, ready for the sump harvest. We haul the net across the pond from one side to the other, and then we haul from one end to the other. This whole process takes approximately half an hour while the pond continues to drain. Don't forget to watch out for the power lines. Almost at the end of the pond now. We're just about at the end now and ready to close off each end of the net. The bottom of the net is hauled well forward of the cork line. We call the bottom of the net the lead line. For the lead line we use a chain, and the chain is just below the rope that hauls the net through the pond. You can see here how the chain hangs down above the rope that we use to pull the net. Hopefully that avoids catching a lot of mud in the net. We use the steel post to lift the net above the water level. This stops the fish from jumping over the cork line.
The gimbals. Like on Futurama when at the end of his...
Let's have a look at some of fish in the net. The cork's up, Richard.
What are you expecting out of here?
Oh, these ponds are sort of really do their own thing. I would have hoped for 20,000 minimum, and I'd say we easily got that. Except the bloody size is looking a bit on the big side. Good to see you guys are organised.
Netfall after netfall are carefully carried from the net up to the transporter. This whole process must be done quickly and efficiently. The transporter on the back of the truck is filling up with fish, and those fish that are still in the net, in the pond, may run out of oxygen. Each netfall has approximately 500 to 1,000 fish. This has to be done very quickly. The pond continues to drain, the net must be emptied in preparation for the final stage, which is the sump harvest. As you can see here, the pond is almost empty. A concrete harvest sump in the pond makes it quick and efficient to remove the last of the fish from this crop. With the pond now completely drained, right down to the harvest sump, it's time to collect the last of the fish and load them into the truck. They just keep coming. A good return for the pond, above average for this time of year. You might have noticed that there was quite a big variation in size in that net full of fish. Once we get them back to the hatchery, they go through multiple grading so that we don't end up with fish that might eat each other. Yes, that's right, I did say they might eat each other. A large size variation can result in cannibalistic behaviour. Once these fish reach about 4 or 5 inches, or about 10 to 15 centimetres, that's not really an issue. But while they're small, a small fish that will fit inside a big fish's mouth will just end up being dinner.
Look at all this.
Here you see the fish being weighed. We do this so we have a total weight for the harvest. Once we have this total weight, we can calculate around about how many fish we've harvested altogether. This is the second stage of grading, separating the medium-sized fish from the tiny fry. I'll show you the first stage in a moment. And this is the first stage of grading, hand-picking the monster fish. These will make great breeders in future years. As each net full of fish is weighed, the weight is recorded. Later we can add up the totals and estimate how many fish we have altogether. There's no need to rush this process. The fish are in a highly oxygenated environment, and they're also in a high concentration of salt, around about 8 parts per thousand. This helps remove the parasites from the fish.
We grow them slowly so they make good quality breeders. So in about 2 or 3 years, they'll be.
I actually call salt
That's how we've
the
been
aspirin
our
of
breeds
aquaculture.
for
As aspirin cures many ailments, so does salt. It kills lots of parasites. It inhibits the growth of some bacteria and fungus. It helps reduce stress. The list just goes on. I wouldn't like to ever handle fish without salt. Handling fish without salt, in my opinion, is unprofessional.
that are exceptionally large fish.
As we unload the fish, we reduce the water level in the tank to concentrate the fish. Perhaps a little bit too concentrated. Way too many in that net full. Finally the job's done. Just a few aquatic insects left in the net. In the tank, it turns out the total was 65,000 fish.
They better not make it into the YouTube video.